This is the Techsew 810W wig sewing machine, and I got this from Techsew.com. You can actually find this link in my link tree, and it's a link to the exact sewing machine, and this is the one. It's a little different from the post machine because the post just has like the little post here, but with this machine it actually has the wig ball attachment. So that's why I purchased this one instead of just the post machine, because I would have still had to purchase the wig ball. Feel free to ask any questions that you may have, but pretty much this is, of course, the whole machine. Back here is the threading for the machine. These are the 2 threads. I could not find, I love this thread, it's my favorite, but I could not find the thread in bigger spools, so that's why they're so small. I just buy a lot of them. And then this is like the little band that operates the machine. It helps it rotate. This is the dial for the tension for the machine. So it doesn't have a lot of settings like the Singer. So it's pretty simple once you learn it. It seems a little intimidating at first, but once you learn it, you'll see that it's really easy to operate. But this is the tension dial. You can actually, this comes with the sticker, so you can actually scan this for like further instructions for threading. But I'm going to show you all that today. And then this is like the dialer for this part, the tension part of this. And I just keep it like really loose, not too tight, because it doesn't have numbers on here, so it's hard to explain, but I just keep it really loose. You can actually turn it to the right to tighten it up. That works for me, and it keeps the thread from tearing. This is the presser foot, really huge. It's pretty much the gas pedal for the machine. And then this just releases the press foot, and you can use your knee to release the press foot. That's just another button for it, but you have other ways to do it as well. But that's me touching that, so it brings that press foot up and down. And then this is how you control the speed right here. I keep it on 800 because I don't like to take it too fast, but I think it goes all the way up to like 2700. Let's see, it won't hurt anything. Oh, it's still going. Ah, I don't know what it goes to. Oh, okay. So it goes to 3500. But I keep it at 800 because your girl, I don't want to go too fast. And this is the on and off switch. And that's like the little motor back there. All right, so we're starting from scratch as if we just set up this sewing machine and we're trying to thread it to make a wig. So for instance, we'll take our 2 spools of thread. We'll put them on each one of those dials here, like that. First, we like to start with pulling the thread up from the spool. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to zoom in too much. I want you to be able to see. First, we take the thread up from the spool, and you're going to put it through this little hole here. You'll see it come out the top, and we're going to pull that down. And this is going to be the one that goes to the machine, right? So remember, left goes to the machine, right is going to go to the bobbin. So it pretty much just shows you, like, just remember, right to the bobbin, left to the machine. We'll just take the thread that's meant for the bobbin. Gonna bring that one up like we did the other. Put it through the hole there, pull it down on the other end, and it's ready to be threaded for the bobbin. First, we'll thread a bobbin, and then I'll show you how to thread the machine. We have this thread that came down from the spool up there. Take the end of this thread, and we're just gonna put it in there, in that hole there, like that. We're just gonna grab it on the other end. And after we do that, we want to put the thread between these 2 discs from the back so it can come out towards the front. And make sure it sits between that disc. And actually, if you need help, it actually rotates. So you can kind of rotate it and put a little tension on it, and those 2 discs will hold this thread in place. After we take the thread through the disc, we're just going to pull it a little bit, and we're going to thread our bobbin. And remember, we take it from the bottom and then bring it through the top. And once it catches on, it should look like this. And once you have that on, you have your thread on one side, and you're going to put your bobbin through here on the other side. You may have to give it be a little firm with it. You have to hold the string until you press the gas pedal, and then it starts going and it catches. Then you can let the string go. After you have the string attached, after you have the string in your hand, then you're going to press the little lock button in place, and it just locks the bobbin and let the machine know you're ready to thread a bobbin. And that just locks in place right there. Keep holding the string until it catches, and we're going to get started. I'm just pressing my gas pedal, and we're going to let that catch. And you see it has caught itself, so you can either just drop it or you can cut it. And we'll just keep going until the bobbin stops, and it's going to stop itself, so you don't have to do anything. And you see how that snapped back once it was done? Goodness. All right, and it comes off, and then you just have to cut it. Now we're threading the bobbin. This is the bobbin that we just pre-threaded in the machine, and now we're just going to put it in the bottom. I just open this little slot here to the right, and sometimes it's a little harder to open, so I usually take something and just finish opening it, kind of like that. Then I just pull it out. A little slot here, just pick that up, and then I usually put some through the bobbin hole to pick that up. And then we're just taking this out and pretending this is our first time, you know, putting a bobbin in here. The thread is to your left. Slide it on there. And make sure the thread, you can close that now, but make sure the thread, you can hold the bobbin and keep it from rotating, but make sure the thread catches in this little slot right there. And then once it does that, you pretty much make sure it goes over this little silver piece, and then you can close it because we're going to pick it up with the needle. Then we can just put this little slot back like this and slide it closed. And then once we thread the top of the machine, we'll bring this up to the top. Now we're going to thread the top of the machine. Remember, we're bringing the thread from the thread spool on the left, and this is how it looks. We're starting here, and I usually just put it in the top one. Just thread it through the top, like so. And then once you thread it there, you're gonna bring it over. And you're gonna thread it through these holes. And this is usually how I do it. I bring it through the first one, catch it at the bottom, and I catch it at the bottom, bring it back up, and bring it through the second one. Catch it at the bottom, then I bring it back up again, bring it through the third one, catch it at the bottom, and it should look like this. Thread falls between these two discs here, like this. And once it does that, I'll bring it around to press it against this latch, and this latch is going to automatically bring it around really close. Saw that? It brought it in. And then now, see how it brought it in now? It's behind there. And now we're just bringing it through this piece. And after we bring it through this piece, we want to turn our wheel. See, that wheel is going, that little latch, it's going up and down right here, up like that. And we'll bring it out the other side. Uh-oh, that got caught. Shouldn't look like that. But yeah, we'll bring it out the other side. So we brought it through here, down between these two discs, around, put tension on this, it pulled it inside here, brought it through this, and then through this hole. And we're going to bring it around, and we're just gonna put it behind here like that. And then we have another loop here, we're just going to bring it around here. And after we do that, we have a hole here that we're going to bring it through, and it's going to be front to back. Bring it out on the other side, just like that. And we're just going to bring it from left to right. Once we get it in there, we're going to pull it to the other side, just like that. Hold the thread like this. Hold this thread and turn the wheel towards you, and you're going to see that bobbin string come up. And now you will see there's a loop here, and you can just pull that bobbin string in. Both of the strings on the same side of the machine, and you'll just put that towards the back. The difference between this one and the Singer machine, the regular sewing machine, is when you get ready to stitch, you'll have to hold these for a couple of stitches. If not, it's gonna jam or the stitches are gonna come out. So you hold these for about 2 or 3 stitches, and then you can let it go. All right, so our machine is threaded at the top and our bobbin is threaded at the bottom. We have our 2 strings here, good to go and ready. And we are ready to make a wig.